Okay, so let's find the surface area or the amount of coverage of this three-dimensional shape that I was showing you before, okay? But what we're going to see on the page that we're going to do the work on is going to just be this face right here. And I'm going to call that the top for now. So I want you to imagine as we're looking straight down at the three-dimensional object. So what we have to do is we have to figure out the area of the top and the bottom. But what I want you to realize is that if we were to just look at this, look at it like a rectangle, but the only piece that's different is that there's this center part that's been taken out. And that's important because we're eventually going to have to figure out how much of that whole rectangle is being taken away. So in order to find the area of the yellow rectangle or the whole rectangle with that piece still there, I'm going to multiply the length and the width. And I have 7 times 11, okay, and that's 77. But now what we need to do is we need to figure out how much right here has been taken away. And I'm going to do that by finding the area of this small red piece. I'm going to multiply my length and my width, or 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12. So I'm going to subtract 12 from 77, giving me a total of 55 centimeters squared. Now remember, just like we were doing last week, the top and the bottom are the same amount. So that means that the bottom work would also be 7 times 11, which we got 77. And then we subtracted that piece that's been taken out, that gives us 55. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to count the number of faces. And you can see that I have 8 sides, or 8 faces. And I'm just going to mark that by naming them. So I have side 1, side 2, side 3, side 4, side 5, side 6, side 7, and side 8. So we have 8 sides that we need to figure out the area of the face on. Now it's important to think about this. We have length, we have width, and we also have height. So that's going to be important because even though you can't see it, you need to imagine that there is a face that kind of runs down. It's three-dimensional, right? It's three-dimensional. What that means is that it has a height. And if you look right here, I've given you the height of 8 centimeters. That's going to be really important for you to remember, because what we have to do is we have to multiply the length that you see for each side times 8. So side 1, which is right here, I see that it's 11 centimeters. So I'm going to do 11 times our height, which is 8. That's 88. Side 2 over here, that's 7 times 8. That's 56. Side 3 is 4 times our height, which is 8, giving us a total of 32. Side 4 is 3 centimeters times 8, our height, which is 24. Side 5 is 4 centimeters times 8, which is 32. Side 6 is 3 centimeters times 8, which is 24. Side 7 is 3 centimeters times 8, which is 24. And finally, side 8 is 7 centimeters times 8, which gives us a total of 56. Now, just like last time, we have to take all of those areas from all of our sides, including the top and the bottom, so including these 55s, and we have to add them all up. And when you add them all up, you get a total of 446 centimeters squared. That means that this three-dimensional prism, has a total of 446 centimeters coverage for each of these faces. Right? So you have this huge face, which is the top and the bottom, and you have all these side faces and smaller faces, right? But when you add up the amount of area of each of those faces, they all add up to a total of 446.